So, hello, everyone. I am so excited this morning because I have the opportunity to introduce you to one of our Parklawn members. She is an amazing woman of God. Oh, my goodness. I consider her a dear friend. She is an intercessor. When I tell you, can pray the house down. And sometimes when you see a person or you experience them, you wonder, what is it that gives her such fervor, or what makes her who she is. So today you get a sneak peek into the life of Miss Hope Hill. So everybody say hi to Hope. So we are going to have an opportunity to talk with Hope and just ask her a few questions so we get some insight into what makes Hope Hope. You can say hi to the people and tell us what you are doing in this time of social distancing. What are you doing to stay engaged with your family, loved ones, friends, church members, whomever?
Well, hi, Parklawn family. Actually, during this time, I live alone, so I always have the quiet time. But I'm used to going to work, so now that I can't go to work and I'm at home, I get up and start my day as I'm going to work. I get dressed like I'm going to work. I might not put on the right heels. Might have on different heels, but I'll dress like I'm going to work. I work during the day. In the evening times, I FaceTime my kids, my grandkids, my mom and my aunt. Unfortunately, I had to put on a mask and gloves to stick stuff through the door because they're elderly and they can't get out. So I have to aid them because I'm their POAs. And then we do Zoom with the family from long distance. For me, it's almost norm because I'm not really a goer.
Okay.
I work and that's it.
Now we get to talk about you. And if anybody heard you, family is very important to you. And I know you recently with the loss of your dad, and that was your heart. We want to get into what makes Hope the woman that we see today, right? Because you came up watching two parents, happily married, loving each other. You were married. And tell us a little bit about that, because that leads us into the hope that we see today, that not so much relying on people, but in your own self and your circumstances, but that total and true reliance on God. So talk to us about married life and that shift.
So for me, I was married for 12 years, and 2010, that marriage dissolved. And so I went from a 5-bedroom house to a 2-bedroom apartment. Just in a season, not knowing why I was in that season, why at this point in my life, why would I be here? What happened? Why couldn't our marriage have lingered on and, lasted like my parents for 52 years? And it was just a hard place for me. So when I got to a place where, I prayed November 2009, I'm like, look, Lord, I need to move and I need you to move me. And I could go back to my parents' house. I just choose not to. I said, I need 2 bedrooms. I need 1.5 bath. And I'm going to need to know who's going to live upstairs, downstairs, on the side of me. So that was in November 2009. And I said, but don't take me out the storm. Give me peace to go through the storm. So he said, well, you still have to be his wife. I said, what? Who? What? Wait. So I'm trying to negotiate with God like I'm somebody. And so he was like, you still have to be his wife. So I said, oh, Jesus, hold on. I'm like, that might not work. But I did. Old Hope would have cut him up, put him in the backyard, left him there and been done with it. But unfortunately, she couldn't come out. She had to do what the Lord was saying. So I actually seriously, just still was there. But in the midst, God did give me the peace. I did exactly what God told me to do. And in April 2009, I got a call. She said, I heard you're looking for an apartment. I said, yes, ma'am. And she said, well, did Vi tell you anything about it? Well, Vi is my only sister. I said, no, ma'am, she didn't. So she said, well, it's 2 bedrooms, it's 1.5 bath, and it's above Vi. So I'm downtown by, it used to be the cable company, Time Warner, screaming. And my girlfriend looked at me like, she done lost her mind in the middle of the streets. But I was like, really? And she said, well, can you move? I said, July. She said, perfect. So I was like, okay, Lord. I was scared out of my wits. I'm like, I'm actually really going to move, Lord. How am I going to do this? What's going to happen? And so I moved July 1st, 2010. When I got here, I had no furniture. He changed the locks. I didn't get anything. He went and stripped our bank account. I had some savings in my 401k. I could have borrowed money, but I'm like, no, because God was like, I need you to trust me. I'm like, I've never wanted for anything in my life for 44 years. All of a sudden at 44, I'm looking at what am I going to do with 87 cents? I can't even go to McDonald's to get the dollar cheeseburger. And so little by little, God sent people with their quest cards, with money. And he took me to Hebrews 13:5. He said, keep your conversation without covenant. Be content with what you have, for I will not leave you nor forsake you. And if you go down, it says, what can man do to you? I mean, actually, man really can't do anything to you but what you let him. So I was like, Lord, oh my goodness, trust you? How am I going to do this? It's like, I ain't never had to want for nothing. When I went to the bank account, it was there. I can go pay what I wanted to. I couldn't do anything. Paycheck was 2 weeks away. And I'm like, okay, let me just pay this tithe. I paid my tithe. And all of a sudden it was like little by little, God began to restore. And I was like, oh my goodness. I had no furniture. One of our church members brought me a table, brought me a little love seat. They was like, it's very hideous. I'm like, girl, I was on the floor. I'm like the Jeffersons. I'm moving on up. The next year, I hadn't got taxes in years. I got like $3,000 back in taxes. I was like, whoo, okay, Lord, I bought brand new furniture, began to just be restored. But I was faithful in my tithe. I was faithful in whatever the pledges that we were pledging at the time. I was trying to help people in the youth. I didn't have no youth or children, but I always tried to give where people were asking for, and the Lord just restored. And I was like, oh my God. But it was amazing to me to watch him work when I've always knew God was with me, just didn't know that severe, that intimate. That's where my intimate relationship built. And I think it was 2014. I began to just ask the Lord to keep me. He has kept me. He has provided for me. He has done the immaculate for me. I'm grateful. I'm so appreciative for my church family, because I had sisters that like literally just poured into me. Pastor Mary, which is like my second mom, just gave me life, gave me energy. Every time I'm like, no, Pastor Mary, I'm done. She's like, oh no, you ain't quitting. We don't quit around here. We're going to keep this going. And little by little, when I say he showed out, somebody put $350 with a letter, no return address, anonymous, in my mailbox. The next week was $150 in my mailbox with the same kind of letter. He gave back to me more than I asked for, more than I wanted. I was like overblown, but just grateful. But when I say stay connected to the house of God, to the people of God, stay humble to God, because I just kept saying, Lord, I'm trusting you. Lord, I'm trusting you. Even when I didn't see no money in my bank account, I'm like, Lord, I'm trusting you, because, whatever. And some of the people are like, why are you so loud in church? Well, my loud is he's done so much for me. Mm-hmm. I have to give him my highest praise. So when y'all hear me go octave in the church, I'm going octave because I know what he's done for me. And he has brought me this far by faith. And I'm grateful.
Amen. And now that helps us to understand. So if you had to sum it up, if I said you got 30 seconds to say, in all of that, in all of what happened to you, going through, being provided for, and then having to say, oh Lord, I don't even have a chair to sit on, right? Where is hope now? 30 seconds. Where is hope now?
I am just enjoying life. I'm at peace. I am free. I dance, I sing, praise, and worship at home. He said, make a joyful noise unto the Lord. My joy and my praise is at home. They be like, you should get in the choir. I'm at praising him at home. But God is awesome. He's immaculate. Trust him. Believe him. Read the word. Because if you read the word will work for you. And that's what has worked for me. Stand in that word, staying connected. And he has just been phenomenal. When I say phenomenal, even when it don't look good, it don't sound good, he has been awesome, and he's worthy to be praised.